So if you go to YouTube, you'll be able to see the video of, I believe, the jury returning their guilty verdicts on Maxwell Anderson, who was accused of the murder and disappearance and dismembering of Sade Robinson's body, and also arson because her vehicle was found burned. Very emotional case. I know that this one incited panic in an awful lot of people, women in particular, because of how vulnerable women are to a situation just like this. You meet a guy, you think he's a nice guy, you agree to hang out with him in public during the day. Because here's what's crazy. They hung out during the day. And it's not even like he invited her just to his apartment. No, they went out to popular locations on a Tuesday afternoon in April of 2024. Nothing about that seems nefarious. Ladies, I have a feeling if you meet a guy at Victor's or wherever else you meet him, and then he wants to hang out with you, and you're, someone interested in him or at least curious about him, and he says, well, just come over to my house, you might be apprehensive to go to that guy's house on a first date. Now, that doesn't mean that some of y'all won't go to a man's house on a first date, but it doesn't sound as kind of a little creepy to you. But if he says, hey, well, let's go to Twisted Fisherman, or let's go grab us a bevy or two at Duke's on Water Street, that seems to be much more acceptable because you're in public, it's during the day, these are, well-frequented locations. If something nefarious is going to happen, a lot of people will be around to witness it. I don't know if anyone could have foreseen, because this is a likely story. People meet all the time in this city. But there is something that is very specific about this, and I want to be able to have the conversation about what I believe Sade Robinson was doing and what she was into. I'm not blaming her for her death, and I got to make this abundantly clear, because some of y'all are still overwhelmed with emotion because there's far too many women that can relate to this. There are some women that have met men that have narrowly escaped their deaths. And so for those women that might be triggered by what I'm going to say, or have PTSD because you narrowly escaped a man that was trying to harm you, a man that you went out with that you didn't know very well, a man that you were going on a first date with. I am not intending to trigger you at all, but what I'm saying is that you all need to be protected from monster men. And this also is a responsibility of men, because we know that women in our society are vulnerable. So this is a call to men to step up, because all of us know a dude like this. Just like every white person knows a racist. They'll say, oh, Sherwin, none of my friends and family are racist. You're a liar. Dudes all know another man that sexually assaults women or gets too grabby or gets too forceful with them, et cetera, et cetera. All right, let me shut up. Rick, you got that audio for us now? The audio and the video on the YouTubes. All right, I'm going to let Rick do his thing. Go to youtube.com or open up your YouTube app. From your smartphone or mobile device, search 1017 The Truth, and you'll be able to see the video that we have of the jury deliberating and reading the verdict.
F1692 appearances.
Ian Vance Curzan and Megan Newport appear for the state along with Detective Joanne Donner.
Good morning, Anthony Cotton and Jason Finley with Max Anderson. Good morning again.
And good morning to all of you. At this point, I have received verdicts. They are in a proper legal fashion. Who is my foreperson? May I have your name and number for the record?
Juror number 1, Marilyn Sunstein.
And you did sign these 4 verdicts and date them today?
I did.
Thank you. I will now read them into the record. As to count 1, the verdict reads, we, the jury, find the defendant, Maxwell Anderson, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 1 of the information. As to count 2, we, the jury, find the defendant, Maxwell Anderson, guilty of mutilating a corpse as charged in count 2 of the information. As to count 3, we, the jury, find the defendant, Maxwell Anderson, guilty of arson of property other than a building as charged in count 3 of the information. As to count 4, we, the jury, find the defendant, Maxwell Anderson, guilty of hiding a corpse as charged in count 4 of the information. At this point, I will poll the jury. What that means is as follows. I'm going to have the first juror stand in the back row on the far right. I'm going to ask you your juror number, and I'm going to ask you, will I stand, and your juror number?
45.
Juror 45, were these and are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you. Next juror.
Juror 23.
Juror 23, were these and are these your verdicts? Thank you.
Look at Maxwell Anderson's face. He looks confused.
Juror 29,
Or
were
does
these
he
and
always
are
look
these
like
your
that?
verdicts? Thank you.
Tony is
Juror
upset.
47, were
His
these
attorney?
and are these your verdicts? Thank you.
Yeah, Tony's mad. I don't know
Juror
why.
3, were these and are these your verdicts? Thank you. Juror 42, were these and are these your verdicts? Thank you. Front row.
Number 5.
Juror 5, were these and are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you.
Number 1.
Juror 1, were these and are these your verdicts? Thank you.
Number 52.
Juror 52, were these and are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you.
Juror 40.
Juror 40, were these and are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you.
Juror number 21.
Juror 21, were these and are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you.
Juror 36.
Juror 36, were these and are these your verdicts? Thank you. State, are you satisfied with the polling?
Yes.
Defense, are you satisfied with the polling?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then at this point in time, your service is complete. You are done for 4 years. At this point, you are free to talk to anyone you choose or speak to no one. It is completely in your discretion at this point in time. I will come back to the jury room and speak with you in about 2 minutes, okay? Thank you for your time and attention, and I'll be right back. Thank you.
All right. Well, that was about as straightforward as you can possibly get. I'm reading some of the comments via YouTube, and Christina, I want to address your comment because I think it is timely, I think it is poignant, I think it is necessary. Christina, a classy girl, Candy, classy girl, says, victims should be looked into as well. I mean, victors. I do want to talk about that. Where do you think the name came from? You guys know. Stop acting like you don't know what victors is. Stop it. Are y'all ready to have a conversation about what happened to this woman, or do we need to let a little more time pass, maybe let the weekend sink in? I'm going to let y'all figure that out because there's something real specific that happened at Victor's that happened all of the time. Now, Victor's is now closed. They're not open no more. In fact, it sold fairly recently. It had been for sale for a couple of years. I think they were asking originally like 1.7 for it, 1.5, 1.3. And in my mind, that location and the history that it has, I think it should have sold to another operator for that price. Because, I mean, it's victims, right? But we also have to talk about what that place is known for. It's not just happenstance that the place was nicknamed Victims. So I'm going to ask y'all again, do you want to have a conversation about what Victors was known for? And the scenario that happened with Sade Robinson is not one that is uncommon. Do y'all know that there was surveillance footage of her walking into Victor's by herself at 19 years old now, right? But it's interesting because before we saw that surveillance footage of her going to Victor's as a 19-year-old woman by herself, the family wanted to pursue charges against Dukes on Water and against the Twisted Fisherman for serving 19-year-old Sade Robinson and potentially over-serving her rather, with her being underage. But they didn't say nothing about her going to Victor's, which means that she had been there before. She'd probably been there before by herself. You guys know what Victor's is known for, correct?